bull or bear, I don't care. It's quite a rough ride, just like life. But I'm kinda patient, 'cause only time will tell. It's gonna go up, so you better stay calm. Grow your coins, you gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins. Grow your coins, you gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins. Grow your coins, you gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins, grow your coins. Grow your coins, you gotta grow your coins. Grow your coins, 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 grow your coins.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Crypto Crow. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to go over some of the top tips for getting into cryptocurrency as a newcomer. If you've been watching my videos now religiously for a while, I've probably covered a lot of these things, but I figured it's time I put it all into one video and help those that are, because here's the way I see it. There are going to be a lot of new people coming into the crypto space here over the next few weeks. As the market's kind of taking a bit of a dip again, which is, I consider that kind of a correction over it growing by like almost, over $1,000 in a day or so. So there's going to be some correction, and that's fine. And then I think that's going to be it. And we're going to start mooning here pretty soon. And I think that as the press and media and everybody start picking up on things, there's going to be a lot of newcomers to the space again. I think that there are a lot of people who kind of came in late to the game, as Bitcoin was getting up into the $17,000, $18,000, $19,000, $20,000. And I think a lot of people were burned. Some people are frustrated. Some people are probably still holding. Look, we're going to get back there. So if you didn't panic sell and you've been holding, as I say, crow your coins, then you're probably going to be all right. Now, if you panic sold at a loss, well, that's a lesson you're going to have to learn in crypto. You don't ever sell crypto at a loss unless there's an opportunity for you to get better gains elsewhere. Typically, I tell everybody to crow your coins so you don't miss the opportunity. All it takes is one good press release from a cryptocurrency company, and you're going to see significant gains for that day or week even on that coin. So, number one thing I'm going to go over is security. Okay, this is the number one thing. I learned a hard lesson recently. I had two-factor and other security on just about everything I had except my Gmail. So if you are a Gmail user and you use Google Chrome, number one, do not save passwords in your browser. Because if for some odd reason somebody, for any reason, gets access to your Gmail account, they're going to have access to every saved password in every website in your browser. Okay, so that's the first thing. Don't ever write them all down. Keep them all written in a book of some kind. I keep a backup. Write everything down. And this is actually an article. If you wanted to Google the Crypto Trader's Guide to Online Security, go through this because it's very, very helpful. Two-factor authentication is an absolute must on everything you do from this day forward, okay? I'm telling you now. Get it, use it, and when you do use it, make sure you back it up, okay? So when you're going to set up Google two-factor authentication on something, what's going to happen is it's going to give you a QR code that's going to pop up, and it's going to give you a little private key that you can use to back it up. What I would suggest doing is take an offline camera of some sort, take a few different pictures of that QR code and label it for whatever it's associated with as a backup, so that if something happens to your QR or your two-factor authenticator, you have those backups, so that if you forget to write down your private key or your backup key or what have you, you have those QR codes. You can just zap them again and reactivate the two-factor. All right. Now, passwords. I have learned to love passwords like this. But I use, they do have some characters. I use everything, and you make them long and strong. And that's really the name of the game. It sucks having to put these things in all over the place, especially when you're doing different passwords for different sites and so forth and so on, but it's an absolute must. You have to. The one thing that I've learned personally about online security is the lazier you want to be with your security, the more likely it is that somebody's going to figure out a way to exploit it and get access to everything you've got. So if you're just a casual browser on the internet, whatever, okay, throw up at least two-factor and decent password and risk it. But if you are investing into cryptocurrency, which is why you're watching this video, make sure that your passwords are written down, backed up. They're very difficult, and they're not saved in your browser. Make sure you're running two-factor authentication on everything, and continue reading the rest of this article if you want to Google this, okay? There are some additional security features as well, but I'm sure we'll be getting to those. Now, number 2, hype. When you're talking about investing in cryptocurrency, don't invest in blind hype. There are a lot of idiots on the internet. There are a lot of paid shills. There are a lot of people that are going to tell you to buy things that really have no merit, okay? So just because a lot of people say something is great doesn't mean that they have a clue what they're talking about. Always do your own research and always invest in projects that you believe in, which is my number 3. Buy what you believe in. A significant example of this for me personally is Cardano. When I found Cardano and I read through their white paper and I just, their naming, their noming, just everything that these guys do, the way they name everything, the more I learned about Cardano, the more I fell in love with the project. I still expect Cardano to do very well in 2018, even though I think I bought it at like 33 cents. Talked about it in another video. It got as high as $1.30 and then the market crashed, and recently it's been as low as 12 freaking cents. But because I love and am passionate about this project, I don't care where it goes short term. I only care about where it's going to be long term. I care about where this is going to be come, November of 2018. And much like other projects that I invest in, I didn't buy into Cardano because of a bunch of hype. I created a lot of the hype. Okay. And a lot of people who have watched my videos and have seen me talk about Cardano have learned to appreciate the coin. And that's the idea. If you buy something that you are truly passionate about yourself, you're going to naturally share that message and drive others to take interest as well. If your passion is empty or your interest in a coin is mostly speculative without much weight, I heard from a guy that this was going to do well. I heard from a girl that this was a really cool project. Those are the kinds of projects that don't have legs most of the time because it's just word of mouth. People, there are a lot of people that are paid to generate that kind of FOMO and that kind of hype. And typically if a project has to pump that kind of money into hyping a project, chances are it doesn't have the legs necessary to carry it long term and you end up missing out. Okay. Back up everything. The next note here, back up everything. I have a multitude of external hard drives and thumb drives that I keep backups of all my wallets and pretty much everything that I do. So, you will find that, having a really solid. So I've got one of these, I've got quite a few of these. Actually, I'm seeing some cool ones that I'm going to get. I have one of these. One of my favorite USB thumb drives is actually the Gorilla. I think it's a Gorilla 64. Gorilla, yeah. It comes in an enclosure that's kind of waterproof. Yeah. They're a little pricey. A little bit, well, this is only an 8 gig. I've got like a 64 gig and I think it ran me like $30. And this is just one of my thumb drives. Yeah, there's my 64 gig. Let's see, how much was that? Apparently on here you can't get them in 64 gig, but I think I got mine at Walmart. But yeah, this is a really good thumb drive, and I like how bulky and heavy it feels. So if you have it on a keychain or something like that, it's there. It's easy to find. You can reach around a drawer if you have to, and you instantly know what it is. But anyway, back up everything. You can install like your MyEther wallet or your, like if you've got, your Cardano wallet or Neon wallet or whatever, you can actually install those and set those up on your thumb drive. And it's just, and then you can remove them if you want. But yeah, so back up everything. Another thing, never, ever, 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 under any circumstances whatsoever, I don't care who they are, what they say, what they look like, never give anybody your private keys. If you go to myetherwallet.com and you set up a wallet, and then you back up your private key, so you're going to have your wallet key, and then you're going to have your public key, which is what you're sending to people. And don't get these mixed up either. I've seen people mix up their public key with their private key, post their private key, and then realize it after the fact. And by then, it could very easily be too late if the wrong person figures out what you did. But keep your keys safe. Again, these are the things that you're going to back up on your thumb drives, and it's not a good idea to keep them on your actual computer. Never store these things on your actual computers. I don't. Luckily, I don't. Never have, never will. And never give them out. You're going to be bombarded as a new cryptocurrency investor. You're going to see things all over the place that are going to create FOMO, fear of missing out. You're going to see advertisements for airdrops. You're going to see a lot of different things that are basically put out there to con you and scam you out of your money. And a lot of these basically work off of your own ignorance and your ability to cough up things like your private key, which with your private key, these hackers, scammers, and others can just wipe you out in seconds. Okay? So make sure you don't give your private keys out to anybody. All right, now a simple little trading thing here is if you're brand new to cryptocurrency, one easy way of kind of figuring out through some very basic technical analysis in terms of when is a good time to buy a cryptocurrency. I use what's considered basically an Ema Spread, okay? And basically what this does is I have a 13 and a 34, and these are basically exponential moving averages, okay? And basically my 13 is this purple, all right? So this is all, I'm going to keep it super simple, all right? You set this up when you can use TradingView, you can use Coinigy, okay? And when you set this up, you're basically going to set it up with, I think, let's see, indicators. So you click your indicator and you can just plug in EMA, okay? Moving average exponential, let's see, so these are public libraries for different things. But your EMA indicators, you're going to set one for the 13, one for 34, and you want them to be different colors, okay? And ultimately, when you're watching these charts, so right now, basically, it's saying that Bitcoin, to me, when I see this, is that Bitcoin's in kind of a sell pattern. Basically, people are kind of dumping it. The volume isn't high enough on the uptrend to signify that the price is going to be going up anytime very soon. And now this is on a 1-day chart, okay? So on a 1-day chart, but let's switch this. Let's go to a 4-hour. All right, so on a 4-hour, it looks, a lot different, okay? On a 4-hour, it's showing that basically, look, it crossed up here, and it wants to cross back down. It looks like it's coming back down. There's a huge dip. So this red candle here means a lot of sell volume. And each one of these candles is a 4-hour period of time. Okay? So based off of whatever you change here, that's what's going to change the length of these candles. So right now we're on a 4-hour, and you see a lot of bearish volume, a lot of people selling, which drives that price down. So what you're doing here, the EMA spread, is, when this comes up, right when this purple meets the blue on an upward incline, that's basically telling you, okay, we're going to get some price changes in the positive, and it might be a good time to buy, right? And then from that, so like here, let's say the opposite of that. Let's say it's up here, okay? And you're like, man, I don't know what's going to happen. and you see the purple cross downward into the blue, that's basically saying, look, it's probably, you might want to sell before it goes lower, because this is going to be a downtrend. And sure enough, look how far down that trend happened. Okay, and you didn't buy back, you didn't buy back, you didn't buy back, you didn't buy back, because it didn't cross over yet. And then when it starts to peak up, right here's where you would have bought back in, right? And you would have got some more gains. But you know, and when you're looking at this long term, this is how you're playing swings. This is kind of a swing trading thing. Now, this could be very dangerous, because sometimes you could buy this here, it'll come up a tad, and then just take another dump right there and drop, and you're already losing a little bit. So, but typically, when these indicators cross over, they're fairly good patterns. I mean, this is a pretty strong trading pattern that you look, if you're buying just these crosses up or down, it's not very likely you're going to lose money. Okay. Now, Crypto Toolbox, if you don't already know about it, this is one of the best sites, CoinMarketCap.com. This is basically what I use pretty religiously to tell me what's going on in the crypto space. Okay, that's one tool. Ico Drops is another one if you're interested in ICOs. So this is ICODrops.com. It's basically telling you active ICOs, upcoming ICOs, and ICOs that have already concluded and what happened to them. There's a lot of good information on these sites. My Ether Wallet is a good tool, because you're going to use this for any ERC20 tokens that you want to buy or invest in, and you're going to want to store those tokens. Make sure that you go to myetherwallet.com and not one of the phishing competitors that are going to steal all your money. Okay. And you know, it's going to be green. Let me see. You're not even going to see that. Let's see here. Where are we? Well, I'm moving everything around but what I want. Let's see. Hold on a minute. Window capture. There we go. All right. So myetherwallet.com, and you're going to see that that's green in here because it's secured. So that's really important as well. And they've got a lot of little things that are basically telling you, look, be super careful. When you create a wallet, all you're going to do here is you're going to give your wallet a password. Okay. You're going to click here, create new wallet. Then it's going to take you to here. We'll just create a fake one real quick. All right, so this is your Keystone file. This is what you're going to back up on your thumb drive. And then once you click next, I understand and continue. Well, it might not let me unless I download that. But then it's going to give you your private key and so forth that you're also going to back up. All right, creating a wallet is super simple. And then when you open that wallet back up in My Ether Wallet, let's say, so let's just say we wanted to view the wallet information. So we can click View Wallet. You'll just come back here, click this, and you're going to be able to upload your wallet file. Okay, don't worry, folks. There's nothing there. It's just a bunch of graphics files and stuff. So anyway, so that's that. I just wanted to give you some basic, and then Trading View, obviously, which I've already showed you. Here's tradingview.com. That's going to allow you to do, you're going to be able to see how other people are charting your favorite coins. You're going to get some signals and things like that. And then you can click here for the interactive chart, which you'll be able to change and do like the Ema Spread indicators that I just showed you, as well as a lot of other indicators and things, okay, like your MACD and RSI and things like that. Okay. Other thing, buy the dip, which we kind of just went into. Let's just say that, you know, the market's not where it's at right now. Okay. Let's just say that we're mid-season. I'm going to start calling this seasons because I feel like cryptocurrency has like cyclical seasons. And, you know, when you see a cryptocurrency, let's say this has been worth $9,000 for 2 weeks and suddenly it drops down to 8,500. Excuse me. That's when you're going to want to buy. That's when you're going to want to buy. That's what they call buying the dip. So like right now we're in a dip pattern because this was up yesterday, but everything is super volatile right now because everything's kind of up, down, up. and it's just been kind of all over the place because I feel like there's a lot of consolidation going on. I feel like the market cap, people are just playing around. There's a lot of bots that are trading and things like that. So, but when this happens, like if you look up here, it got here and then it came down. I think, yeah, you can see that. And that's basically where you want to buy. You want to buy that dip. And then if you want to take things further, that's when you're going to look at the EMA spread. You're going to say, hey, what's the potential of this going further down? Right? That's what you're going to use those EMA spread indicators, because you're going to look at the volume and you're going to look at what's happening in the market. You're going to see, what kind of news is out there. And if it looks like there's some good stuff that's getting ready to pop off, you want to buy that dip. All right. Number 9, basically what I just went over. Cryptocurrency runs basically right now, because of the market cap being as small as it is on a global scale. I feel that there is a cyclical, seasonal pattern associated with the cryptocurrency market. If you were to look at what's happening with Bitcoin and really Bitcoin, but the entire market as a whole, this time last year, you're going to realize, why is it so shadowy? I don't understand why it's so shadowy in here. You're going to see that ultimately, and my neck is kind of disappearing. So that's interesting. So anyway, I know I had to fine tune some of this because I was getting like different lines around me, and my wall back here was starting to show funny. So anyway, sorry. So that's basically it. I mean, it's like a cyclical pattern. I mean, it really is. The last 3-4 years of Bitcoin and the entire crypto market have done the exact same thing. And so, I expect things to start really going back up here towards the end of this month, which we're getting there. I think we're looking at our final dip right now. I thought the last dip might be the final one. Looks like this might be it. We'll see if it takes us into April, but I think this is probably going to tidy itself up here relatively soon. So maybe here by Saturday, I expect things to start shooting up. All right, so sometime this week is going to be a pretty good time to buy, is my guess. Now, as a newcomer to cryptocurrency, let's say you buy right now at 8,600 and this happens to drop down to 8,000. Are you going to freak out? No, you're not going to freak out, because this is probably going to go back up to 20, might even get to 30 grand this year. So just relax, crow your coins and hold on to it. Enjoy the ride. All right. Number 10, another thing that I want to tell you to do is to look for cryptocurrency communities. Because, like if you go to, let's see, I'm pretty sure I have links to my cryptocurrency community. Sorry, not sorry. Oh, I have to see what that was about. So I'm going to go to my channel here. And let's see. I'm going to go down under my videos. So under all my videos, you guys will see like my Udemy course that teaches a lot, teaches a lot of the basic stuff and some more in-depth things about cryptocurrency. It's great for beginners. The feedback's been fantastic on the course. But if you click show more, voila, you're going to see all kinds of other stuff. Now, one of the things that you're going to see is this. This right here is my Crypto Crow Telegram community. There's 5,960 people in the community. It's good for you to find communities like this. If you don't use Telegram yet, get it. Download it and get it. Telegram is fantastic. What's happening?
We at war.
The beginning of one of my videos. But get Telegram, download it, and you'll be able to join my Telegram community here. And there are a lot of other communities, but I would suggest getting active in some of these communities. You're going to be able to find a lot of big communities on Facebook as well. Get active, get in there, ask questions. Even if you're not asking questions, just read. Just read and pay attention and learn what other people are saying and what they're doing and what experiences they're having. I promise you will learn a lot doing that for a while. Just be a sponge. And the last, number 11 on the list, don't click cryptocurrency ads anywhere, okay? Let's see. I don't even know what would be a good one right now. Open ICO. I don't even know if that's going to open up anything. Yeah, open platform. So typically when you're punching up ICOs and cryptocurrencies, sometimes you'll see cryptocurrency ads up here, Google AdWords ads. These are a no-no. Don't ever click a cryptocurrency ad anywhere, because it's very, very likely that it's a phishing site or a scam site or some other site there to take your money. So just stay away from them. And recently there's been a lot of news about Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and everybody basically cutting all cryptocurrency advertising. Don't listen to the conspiracy theorists out there. It's not because they're against crypto. It's because they want to shut down everybody that's being robbed, because there are so many people like yourself, no offense meant, but that are still very ignorant to the space and how dangerous it can be in some regard. And one of those dangers is the cryptocurrency advertising, because it would be impossible for Twitter and Facebook and a lot of these big companies to effectively police every advertiser in the space. Some of these scam operations hire legitimate ad agencies that don't know any better as well to run ads to scam-based websites, okay? So even some of the advertising that's bought by legitimate advertising companies, they don't know what their client is up to either, all right? So it's just safe to assume if you see a cryptocurrency ad somewhere, chances are you don't want to click it. All right. Hopefully this has been a helpful collective of tips for newcomers. Nothing specifically mind-blowing, but hopefully it'll give some of you guys, maybe even some more seasoned people learned a thing or two, hopefully. But overall, I just wanted to give you guys like a top 11 list of things that you really need to consider, look into, potentially use, that'll help you in your journey as you continue to make that $1 million in 2018. I am the Crypto Crow, and until next time, crow your coins, folks, and I'll see you soon.